Hi, everybody. So, guess who we found around here? After yesterday, when we got a chance to take a look at their board, I ran into Pan-Pan Gou. Thank you for taking the time to chatting with us. Is this your first time at WC?
It is my first time. It's very exciting. Yeah.
How's it been so far?
It's been it's been a lot more mind blowing than I was expecting because I'm seeing all these different designers from all across the world in different disciplines, and you see all these like super abstract or experimental or like high concept art, like blended with like different cultural backgrounds, and it's been incredibly inspiring because I'm seeing all these amazing work, and I'm like, wow, I. It makes me want to create more arts in different ways now.
Have you seen anything that you are like excited about, or something that was like that really, like, oh wow, that just blew my top?
I think everyone's work is incredible in different ways, but I was really inspired by specific costume pieces. I think there were like, I think one or two costume designers from Mexico, and it was just so magical and whimsical, their work. I think I ended up like reaching out to them. Like I tried to find like where they are. Like, online. I
Really?
was like, hey, when you're here, can we just have like a chat? I'd love to learn how you even come up with these like,
Sure.
incredible visions.
Okay. Do you remember their names? Maybe we can tag them.
I'm pretty sure they're tagged on your on Skene.
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
Soul Cadillac?
Solkilan?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
I was absolutely amazed by it.
Yeah.
And there's also another, I think it's a performance exhibition. I know the piece is called Cosmo.
Emilia
Yes.
Zurita. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
grabbing coffee with him tomorrow.
Shout out to the two of them.
I know. I'm very excited to talk to him.
Cool.
I love his work. But yeah.
So, speaking of work, can you tell us a little bit about your board? What are we seeing here?
Yes. So this is my sound design for the production of Passage by Carnegie Mellon University. And Passage, which is written by Christopher Chan, it's a story about, I'm reading this right now, psychological and social impacts of colonialism. And then through all these impacts, you then explore how that affect interpersonal relationships, how do you deal with the bias within yourself, and etc. Yeah, and this is a very, very sound heavy show. Like it's even in the script where there's like, okay, sound is meant to be this sort of overall, like bigger than yourself, bigger than the world type of existence in the world, and it drives the story to go forward. Yeah, so it's been very fun to work on this show. It requires a lot, and I had a great time writing a lot of music for it.
I'm always fascinated by the way that we asked. I mean, of course we're looking at the material now. We see some pictures on the monitor behind the camera, but I'm always fascinated how we are asking sound designers and composers to communicate their work through this, right, to
Yeah.
a board. Can you tell us about the challenge of doing that?
Yeah, I mean for all the sound people, it is a challenge in some way.
Sure.
Like how do I come? Because it's a time based work.
Sure.
You have to be there, listen to all these things. If anything, the visual, all these images here, it's really just to give you context. It contextualizes the sound. Like oh, what is happening in the world? I mean, because once you see oh that is the type of costume and lighting, you kind of understand the world we're in, and then sound then help ground that reality. That's kind of how I think about sound in general.
Well, shout out to Robert Ramirez, CMU.
Oh, I love Robert.
So now you've been in Sharjah for what, like a couple weeks now, a week?
Something like a week, yeah.
You guys were setting up last Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we have to come here a little bit earlier just to
Yeah.
make sure everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. What have you seen of the city?
So I'm staying in Dera, Dubai, instead of Sharjah, and I've checked out Dubai a little bit, and I'm hoping to check out Sharjah and Abu Dhabi once there's a little bit more time.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's been lovely. I mean, it's a very different cultures, different languages, and I've got to talk to like people here and there. Yeah, it's been great. Like the scenery and the culture. Yeah.
Sonically, as a sound designer and a composer, have you found anything? Have you logged into a sound that you haven't heard before? That something that you're like, oh, I'm gonna use that.
This is the thing I'm mad about. I forgot. I should have brought field recorder
Okay.
just to record some soundscape here. I know. I thought about it after I got. I was like, oh my god, I forgot it. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's certain sort of like vastness. Right?
Sure.
I mean, even just like visually, you can see that. Yeah, it's been great just to sort of walk around and then hear a very different part of the world where I've
Sure.
never been in.
Thinking about the way sound manifests here, right? In ways that I haven't seen in other cultures, or not many other cultures. the call to prayer, for example, right? The way
Yeah.
it just dominates the space, and how it has this ritual quality, but at the same time, it becomes almost environmental.
It is. It is. Yeah, and I've heard a couple times at very different places.
Sure.
There's a time where I'm like, just next to where I'm staying, which is not a very loud area,
Sure.
and you hear that in the morning. And there's time where I heard it in when I was in like Old Dubai, like the really busy, spice market area.
Sure.
And that's such an interesting contrast because you hear that, like you said, sort of spiritual and like sort of that sound over there, and then you also hear the really busy like tourism and
Sure,
people like,
sure.
hey, get into my shop, So it's a very interesting like layer soundscape.
Right. The kind of like the juxtaposition of the new and the ancient. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Pan-Pan, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you for explaining, walking us a little bit through your display. Best of luck for Friday. We might interview you again. Why not?
Let's hope.
Hopefully.
But thank you for having me. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
so
Thank you very much.